To yap.
It's time to yap. Turn it up.
It's Chloe
Daniel,
Jack,
and Kira.
and this is
What's happening?
Live on Queen's Radio.
on YouTube and Spotify.
What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode. This week we are doing everything family stories, funny, embarrassing, maybe not sad. Do you want to hear really? No. My granny died like a week ago.
no jokes about Parkinson's.
Something really traumatic. Good as trauma dump. Yeah, we got so many responses from you guys this week. Gonna be hard to get through them.
Yep. Like, it's gonna be tough.
So we're thinking
Continuous.
maybe we'll just talk about our own stories.
Yeah.
Just so
That's
that no
such a
one
good
feels
idea.
left out.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Perfect.
To be fair, last week's episode went out a day later, so that people didn't have as much time to.
Mm.
We'll say
That's
that.
what it would
We'll
be,
say that
I
is
think.
the reason. Yeah. Any fun family stories?
Trying to think.
Just diving straight into it.
Sorry, we can chat about more. Sorry, you're sipping on your urine while we're
Shut up.
really?
It's
I'm
not.
sorry.
What's
No,
in that?
Chloe, this is disgusting.
Is
It's
it a tea bag?
She's on a health kick.
no, it's not. It's like, and it is a tea bag, but
Sorry,
it's
yes.
not for like
Oh,
tea.
in cold water.
No, it's like them things that were really crazy like a few years ago where everyone was getting, and it was like the tea bags for cold water, the
Mhm.
infused teas
Yeah.
for your water to make like favorite water.
No.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
like-
Well,
just get an air up bottle.
no, I don't need air up. I
Can we
need.
get sponsored by Air Up? Because everyone and their mother are sponsored by Air Up.
But what's the point in that? Because that's just you smelling something. It's probably like it's probably great. Don't get me wrong. Like, please, but like this is just. It's not a nice taste. It's just. It's good for you. I don't know. It's supposed to be good for your metabolism and stuff. My mom told me to drink it with lemon in the morning, so that's where I'm at now.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Nice.
we move. I feel weird not having headphones on. Like I
Cool.
feel like
So I
less
have-
So very fair.
focused. Well, no, because no one else has them on, so it's fine.
Hello? Oh.
Do you want headphones?
It's kind of weird with them, I'll not lie.
With
I-
them.
Different
Yeah.
sensory
I wore them
experience
for
with them
ages on the doorcast, and then I've just abandoned them now.
Yeah.
You don't have to spend the
I
money
It
on
feels
them.
less formal.
focus. I can't focus if I don't have them on. I don't know.
Feels like you're not recording. I think if you're
Yeah.
recording.
Yeah, I feel like we're
Just
just
having
chatting
a
and
chat.
then I start
Um,
exposing people.
Do that anyway.
Oh no, we do obviously. But family stories. Because I'm trying to wind the clock back. There's one that comes to mind pretty quick. We were on holiday. My family. So my family. There's me, my mother, my father, and my two brothers. We were on holiday to Italy. If I was ranking like
I know what you're
family
saying.
holidays, Italy, pretty close to the bottom.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
interesting.
We were pretty much living out of a fridge. Like it was, like genuinely, it wasn't much bigger than this room. Like it was like a caravan, pretty much we were staying in.
Was it Eurocamp?
Yeah, and it was,
Bella
oh,
was it Bella Italia?
I think it was Bella Italia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that
and
not at a restaurant?
It's that too, yes.
yeah, that's, yeah,
Either living
really
in Bella
nice.
Italia
yeah.
in
we
Italy.
lived in Bella Italia. Yeah, up the
Villa
stairs.
Italia. Or, I thought
Bella
you said
Italia?
Bella Italia.
Yeah. Bella Italia is
Where's
a
Bella
restaurant.
Italia?
Huh?
Bella Italia is a Eurocamp. Villa Italia is
It's the restaurant. on
is
the
the
back.
restaurant. in
What
Bath.
restaurant are
I
you
thought
talking
Bella
about?
Italia was the restaurant.
Um,
Anyway.
so we were living there. It was literally like it was a fridge. It was freezing in the
Because of the AC.
yeah.
I like that, though, I'll not lie.
You like
I
it to a
hate being
point,
warm.
Until you wake up.
and
you're
then
like,
you wake up and I literally need to put another layer on.
Fair
In
enough,
Italy.
actually.
And you always get sick as well. If you keep the aircon
Yeah,
on,
it's like-
or if the aircon's on all night, you always like wake up all congested.
Really?
Because of the air, I think.
And there was no Wi-Fi.
Oh,
What?
that's
Oh.
a killer.
So genuinely, like it wasn't like I was running on limited 4G and going to the wee local restaurant to like try and download YouTube videos to watch because I was like I can't contact anybody. So that wasn't ideal. There was a pool, but because the whole of the Eurocamp was using it, like it was constantly packed out, like you could barely move. So I resorted to like just the sea, and then when we went to the sea, we were jumping off this pier. It was pretty cool, and then I looked up and there was like 6 like big spiders like under the pier, and I was like, if one of them fell into the water, I'm not sleeping. So like I'll just abandon the sea as well. But one day we decided to take a pedalo out of the sea, and Dad had said, "Listen, when you're getting back in the pedalo after you've slid in or jumped in, don't be rocking the boat from side to side because obviously that's a good way to get someone to
Capsize.
fall off or capsize." So I slid into the water, and I'm quite young at this stage. We're all quite young. My dad is by far like the largest guy on this boat. Mum's pedaling away. I'm in the water, and dad says, "I'm going up the slide here. Don't get onto the boat yet, because I'll fall." Dad, dad starts to get to the top of starts walking up and gets to the top of the slide, and I think, "Oh, how funny would this be if I get onto the boat?" So then I started to like grab onto the boat and rock the boat from side to side. But he just slipped and fell right straight away. Like it wasn't like, oh, he literally just fell, but he didn't fall into the water. He fell onto the side of the boat. So if you imagine the boat's here, he fell off the top, cracked his legs here, and went bang into the water. First time I ever heard my dad swear. We'll have to beat this. He got up to the water and he went, "You." Never heard him swear in my life. And I'm like, oh flip. He honestly thought, because he pretty much just fell like 2 meters off in the air into like hard plastic. So like he had thought like he was in the water going, "I broke my legs. Like I've literally broken my legs.
My son is paralyzed.
Holidays ruined. Like I won't be able to."
Ruined
We
my
had rented
holiday.
a car and everything. So like he was like, "If I've broken my legs, no one should drive the car. Can't get the car back to the airport." And like all these things. I thankfully he was fine-ish. But
Just need a new leg.
You're horrible.
so I was like 10. I was just like, "Oh, funny if the big lad falls into the water." And then he shouted at me so much that like there was a wee like life rubber ring thing. It wasn't rubber, but like a wee ring, plastic ring. I just sort of sat in that and like just lifeless. It was on a bit of rope. So like the boat just sort of pulled me along, and I sat in the back, like away from everybody on
A guilty
yeah.
seat.
The naughty seats.
So that was a good
I think
holiday.
it's always holidays.
Yeah.
Like it's always holidays that stuff like that happens. Like we were in Mallorca. This was probably over like 10 years ago. Like I think my brother was only about 3 or 4 at the time, and we were sitting in the reception of the hotel ready to go home, and the bit that we were sitting in, it was like sunken, like in the reception, like you had to walk down a couple steps to get to it, and it was all marble. And me and my brother, there's a big coffee table in the middle. Me and my brother were playing chases around this coffee table.
Of course.
And Rory slips, and his hands were in his pockets, and he goes bang, and the marble step goes into the front of his face. Like he split his head open. He split his head open, and we were waiting for the airport transfer, like to go home.
Oh my word.
So then, like literally, this poor like 3-year-old is like lying like half dead, and I'm like, oh flip, he's gonna die.
It's
So
your
I
fault.
started-
What age were you?
Like 5 or 6 by this stage. So like, my brother's about to die. I was pretty uptight about it. So then I think my dad, he was checking out, and my mum was sitting like reading a magazine. She literally just looked up and was like, "Oh my god!" Like, so she had to phone. They had to phone the ambulance. They had to get an ambulance. We all had to, with our luggage, had to like get into this ambulance, go to the hospital. Obviously,
word.
That's some airport transfer though.
I know. They've got quicker than the
Like
actual
sirens and all.
taxi. And we got
Yeah,
to the
travel
hospital.
insurance.
Thankfully, they put like stitches in it, and we actually got we made our flight.
Really?
Yeah, we made our flight.
was
Like
gonna say,
they were
surely
so
you-
quick, and we made it home. But he came home with a bit of a bashed head, and he
Bit of
still
a
now
wound.
has a scar.
Really?
Like,
Was it,
underneath,
how many
yeah.
stitches did you have to get?
I don't know, but it's like the entire way across his head.
Really?
Yeah. And now he won't grow his hair. Like anytime he gets a haircut, he won't have it shorter than like this, because you can see it underneath.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my word, that's awful.
One time my brother wore the same quarter zip as me, and I called him an embarrassment to the family.
My younger sister does that to me all the time.
Like
We have
it
had
wrecks
disgusting
me. It
rows.
Wrecks me.
No, because we were on
Just don't
holiday.
wear the same thing.
And we were in it was quite a fancy place. It was in Turkey. I think it was Turkey, wherever it was. We were just enjoying our time, go into this like there was this like I don't know some designer shop and it's just so stupid. Like I don't know, there's some designer shop in there and we went in and we were looking at a pair of boots. This was literally last year. So we were both old enough. And she's literally having a row with me because I pick up the same pair of boots and my dad's like, oh, if you see something like, we'll get you or whatever, or I'll give you money towards it. And it was like this pair like Tommy Hilfiger boots. Like, and I was like, oh my God, these are lovely. Had a full on row with me. Like, no, I can't, like, basically I'm an embarrassment to the family. Always cop me. I can't believe you've done this.
And you're the older
And
sibling.
I'm the older sibling. And
I wouldn't take that.
she is ridiculous with things like that. Like I'm hoping she's kind of grown out of it now. It's a hit or miss sometimes. But it was like this whole big riot, and when we were sitting like on the way home, it like came out and she's like, I didn't actually really care. Like you could have got them if you wanted, and I was like, sorry,
I'd be
You
ashamed.
didn't
That's
get
almost
them.
worse.
sorry.
That's almost worse.
Yeah, but then I seen the same pair in TK Maxx a few weeks later. Shut up, TK Maxx a few weeks later, and it was like less money. So I didn't get them because I was actually still scarred. But I was just thinking I could so rub this in your face, but I didn't. So.
Yeah.
Kind of disappointed.
That kind of reminds me. Last week, my sister had the nerve to come into like the kitchen to have dinner, wearing my hoodie,
Right.
and then tried to blag that she wasn't or she didn't know it was mine. I'm like, I wore that last week. You saw me wear it last week.
My sister
What'd you
thinks
do?
I have really bad clothes,
Well, I didn't. Oh, okay.
but then she doesn't fail to wear them. Like I'll
Yeah,
catch her out,
yeah.
and she's like, "Your style's so bad." Basically, like she looks at me sometimes, and I think, "Wow, I look disgusting," and then she's like dancing around the house in like my I don't know, like my hoodies and my t-shirts and all, my wee going out tops. And I'm like, "Do you actually mind? Do you mind?" Because
Yeah.
like, it's not really on. Not gonna lie. I think it's just a younger sibling thing.
Yeah.
No, it's a mother thing as well. Did you
Oh.
worry?
Mm.
Last week,
Wearing your clothes.
no. No.
It's Carhartt trousers.
No, I wish I had hard trousers. I was going last week to meet parents, and my mum was like, "I'm telling you what you're wearing," and I was like, "No, not doing that. Like, I'll just wear what I want. Thanks very much." Like, I was just gonna wear like quarter zip and jeans
Yeah.
because I was like fairly
The
simple.
usual.
Yeah, I was meeting them for 5 minutes. It wasn't like it was gonna be a full sit down meal in Italia. So like, mum went out, bought me new clothes and everything. I was like chill out. Like it's really, really not as big of a deal as you think it is. Like this is fine. Didn't wear any of the new clothes anyway. Going, didn't wear the quarter zip. She put her foot down and was like, no, like I'm telling you right now, this is what you're wearing. And I was like, I'm not wearing that, but I'll wear a variation of it if you like. You want me to wear like a shirt and everything? I was like, I'm gonna meet these people for 5 minutes. Like it's ridiculous. So I wore this and a t-shirt underneath it. Honestly, I'll punch you in the face.
Do you know what though? Some quarter zips are nice.
Yeah,
I ordered
Yeah.
I got a crew one, and it's got a wee stripe. It's quite. How would you describe it?
Is this the fat face one?
Fat face one, not crew. Sorry, folks.
it's all right.
Spreading false news. What color even is it? Like green.
Yeah.
Well, it's class. I'd happily wear that in all
Mm.
I love a
situations.
quarter zip.
Oh,
They go with
they're so
everything.
handy. Like, if you're too warm, if you're too cold,
And just wear a jacket.
Yep.
And if you're too warm, you can fully like.
but no,
unzip it.
because when you unzip them, they're an absolute handling if it's windy, and it's always windy here.
Okay, that's
If
fair.
you
That
unzip
is true.
so do you mean the jacket?
No,
like
full
a
jacket.
full-
Oh, I thought you were
full
talking about
zip
quarter
hoodie or
zip.
something.
What quarter zip are you wearing? That like if
No.
you zip down here, the wind gets in.
To be fair, I like
Sure.
live out of my mom's wardrobe. Like, not gonna lie.
Don't have your own
Not
clothes?
today.
Your room.
Don't have your own clothes. You have bed to sleep on?
Shut up. I have only just she has this like bag, like this really nice bag. I've been taking it to uni and all. It's like a going out bag. I've been like taking it to uni and all. And
You
you've
know-
probably seen it.
You know
I
that-
only handed it back like 2 days ago.
You know that Tommy Hilfiger coat that I wear
Yeah.
quite a
Yeah.
lot?
Red and
That
neon.
was Nigel's until like
Oh, really?
November, and I was
You
like,
just stole it.
because we were up in Coleraine, and he got a new jacket, a Carhartt jacket, and I was like, fair play,
Oh,
Nige.
nice.
Fair play, Nige. And then
Expensive.
he
That'll
was
be a good sponsor.
he was
Yeah.
wearing the navy Tommy one. And I was like, oh, give me that wee one there. I put it on. I was like,
Oh, here.
Feeling
and
it?
because he was happy that he got a new jacket, he said, take it whenever you want. So it's mine now.
Yeah.
I'll take that as
you've gained
thank
it.
you.
It's in
Um,
my ownership now.
no, my mum was doing my head in. I'm trying to think of other times my parents have like
Oh,
really annoyed me.
I've got a funny story from Nigel. We were in America. It was either 2013 or 2016. And you know, whenever you rent a car, I don't know if they do it now, but whenever you rent a car, all the keys are in the cars, and you choose which one you want.
Yeah.
So we Nige sits through about 6 or 7 cars. And I'm like, any time of the day, like, can we just speed this
Go.
up? He ends up in a Dodge Challenger, so
Nice.
fair enough to him.
Okay, yeah, fair.
But we get to the gate, and he's like, "Where's my wallet?"
Oh my goodness, they leave it in one of the other cars.
Yes. So we spend half an hour hooking through the car that we have, and then going through all the other cars. Meanwhile, while he's doing this, he takes the key to another car.
Oh my goodness.
And we get to the villa we're staying in.
Did he find his
He
wallet?
found his wallet,
Okay.
and so we get out of the car park.
Yeah.
And then we get to the villa, and he's like, "Have I got a key to a Toyota?"
Oh.
So
He snapped the key.
So he phoned up the office and was like, "There's this key to another car that was in the car. I didn't realize we lifted it." And then they dropped it into the office whenever we left the car back.
Oh my word. See, to be fair, we used to go to like America quite a lot when we were younger. I think I've been like 5 or 6 times to Florida, and every time we go, something happens because obviously there's just always hurricanes and all.
Oh yeah.
There was like my first year I ever went, I was really, really young, like maybe like 3 or 4. I think my sister's born, so I was probably like 4. But like my whole family was there. Then like extended family, there was probably more than 20 of us in this house, and we were like all staying in this villa, and there was I think it was a hurricane or a tropical storm or something like that. It was really bad, but like I don't really have many memories from that age, but I remember my older cousins like they were all like guys, and they were like all a lot older than me. I just remember like there was a strike of lightning. My uncle jumps over the head of my dad in the garden to get through the door back into the house because they were outside watching it because lightning struck the pool. So then, yeah, like struck the pool. My uncle leaps over my dad's head. My dad is the same height as me. Like leaps over his head, runs in. I like hear the most high-pitched squealing I have ever heard in my life. Keep in mind, I'm chilling. I'm like 4 at the time, and I was chilling. I remember I opened the suite door, and I don't remember what kind of room. I was there talking to my grandparents about this like
Was it
last
a padded
week.
room?
It was just no. It was like a wee hallway. It was just like a wee storage room for like suitcases and stuff. Opened the door. 3 or 4 of them standing there, all hugging each other down the back of it, squealing their heads off like a bunch of wee girls. Like, genuinely, I thought it was like wee girls standing down there crying. I was like, who is that? And there was another time that then we were in Florida, to no surprise. We were in the car, and this like really bad hurricane came, and we were like in the middle of, I think it's like the eye of the storm or something, so it's still bad, but like it's kind of chill. Like, you're all right, maybe. Or maybe it was the tail end of it. I can't remember. But I was also very, very young at the time. This is like maybe 2 years after that, not even a year after that. And we're in the car, and we have to pull over at this like gas station. And I'm obviously like pooping my pants. I'm like, what's going on? Like, this is not good. We're just back from the beach and all, so we had our beach stuff in the back. It was like day to night. It was bright, and then it was just literally like midnight. It was so dark. We thought the whole gas station was going to fly away. We were like, right, what's going on here? Sitting in the car, fully shaking. I'm like, I actually need to pee. Like, I really need to pee. So my mum exits over the gas station with me in her arms. And we go in, and we're in the toilet, and the lights go off. And I'm sitting there peeing in the dark. And then we eventually make it back over to the car. And to be honest, I think mum and dad are probably thinking this is the end. Like, this is it. I'm sitting in the back. My dad has this on video as well. It's just like the most stunning thing ever. But it's me in the back. I just must have been so scared. And I was like, I need to pee. I need to pee. I wet myself
Oh,
in the back of the car. And my mum, and then they had to like change me. Like, go to the
you not already paid?
Yeah. I don't know what was wrong. It was a long time. It was
My brother
stressful.
was in a similar situation. We were in Florida. lightning started, we were meeting another family at a mall at like 8 maybe. We'd been at Disneyland and we were going. Like, we were only there for like half a day. We were leaving. We're like, oh, we'll meet you at a mall. And the lightning started, and my brother, lightning struck near, not near, probably a good enough distance away from the car, and he pooed himself. No, he was like 5, to be fair to him. Like, he was in a wee seat and everything, like, but he pooed himself. But then he didn't tell anybody because he was embarrassed. So then we got, that's why I
What
tell,
age was he at this point?
5.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling it on the podcast. So then, like, got to the mall. We were like, right, let's go. Like, the other family are waiting. And he was like, we can't go. And she was like, my mum was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, we can't go. And he was like, why? And he was like, I've pooped myself. And she was like, she was like, why did you do that? Lightning. So like, he fully like pooed his next. Like, in fact, I was in a similar situation. Not
Recently?
Start
Not-
of the semester.
In the shower.
Not that excuse you. We went to Spain, and one of the day we were there for 2 weeks. I was just probably would have been a similar age as my brother, and Pixels, the movie, was coming out. I wanted to go see Pixels, so we went to the cinema for a day. Mum went to the mall to shop. I went to see Pixels, but the day previous, I must have contracted something in the food and had a bad case of diarrhea.
Oh,
So
nice.
but Dad was cautious that he didn't want me to put myself in the cinema. So he's like, listen, for the movie, you're gonna need to wear a nappy. Right? No, I was too old to be wearing a nappy. In fact, I must have been about 8. Now, obviously, this is like a one-off. Like, it's
Damn,
not like
no.
I've been wearing them.
Did he know you were sick?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right,
It wasn't
okay.
like I was like, Dad, this is sweet if I wear
He'd
a
already
nappy
put
during the
himself,
cinema.
and that's why it was
No,
alright.
yes, I had been doing
Okay.
diarrhea, so they were like, listen,
Diarrhea.
Wait, what
Verb
else do you
to,
do?
to diarrhea.
I had dung diarrhea, if that, yeah. And they were like, right, okay, well, if you want to go to the cinema, probably the easiest thing to do is, you know, if you need to poo, do it
Get
in
the
that way.
Pampers on you.
Get the Pampers on me. No, thankfully I didn't.
So it was a wasted
It was a
embarrassment.
waste of a good nappy.
Was it like a baby nappy with like the ones, or was it like the pull up?
Like an adult diaper.
No, it was a baby one, so like it was
actually
like
was the like
Tight.
It's like it was tight, and because it was like it was old. Like I shouldn't have been wearing. It was, you know, there was toddlers wearing the same stuff.
Was
so
it
like,
one of the nappies off your younger siblings?
being at the time,
So I was going to say, where did you get this
It might have
nappy
been,
from?
Yeah,
one off nappy.
it might have been.
Because surely at that point you get a nappy that fits if you're just going to buy
That's
it.
probably well. I don't really do many nappies in just the Spain, you know, local garage for 8-year-olds. Because usually they're like most of the kids have grown out of these. So like, yeah, it must have been my brother who was in nappies, and they were like,
Put that on you, son.
stick that on for Pixels. And yeah, that's my nappy story.
I think I went to see Pixels when I was in Florida as well.
I was in
He
Spain.
was in Spain.
Oh, I thought you said Florida. I was like, this is so weird.
Yeah, I was in Spain. We went to
Interesting.
Florida for the first time. Mum and Dad would say like we would go to Walmart and be like, do not leave our side because kids get kidnapped in Walmart all the time.
So the first year
I was
that
kidnapped.
funny story. No,
Random account, sorry.
when stop saying that. I don't look
I mean,
like her.
out of the 4 of us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you look like her.
Okay.
Mainly pure for the blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not real, so.
Oh, yeah.
When I was like, this was probably our first year in Florida, same trip. I was like, again, like 3 or 4 at the time, and we were in Disney World, which is a very, very, very big place for a very, very, very small child. And I was with my parents. I think we were in the queue for one of the rides, and I like wouldn't go in my buggy. Like I just didn't until my sister was then. When my sister was kind of in the pram for like a year, then that was me. I was in the pram. I would sit behind her in the pram because I was just too lazy.
Did you
quite
have
frankly,
the wee
No, no,
stand-on
no.
thing?
no,
That was my favorite thing in the world.
it was just the one
like that.
pram,
Oh.
and then I just sat under her She just sat on my knee and we just strolled away. It was great. I was just lazy, but like nothing's changed. We went to Disney World. We were waiting in one of the queues for something, and my mum was, I think it was either my mum or my nanny, were like holding my hand, and we're all like, there was a big crowd of us, so they were like, we weren't really worried. There was like 20 of us there, and I think they let go of my hand or whatever, like they picked something up. By the time they grabbed my hand, they were like going like that, gone, nowhere to be seen. This caused outward. My nanny thought, my poor nanny, I think she probably has like lasting heart problems to this day because of that. She was telling me that she genuinely nearly had a heart attack. Like, she was like freaking out. She was like, because obviously like Florida, you hear like such horrible things, like just been taken. That's it. That was it. My mum was running around. There was like a flipping MI6 team out looking for me. Like, my whole family just split off into groups. We're going around like looking for me for ages. They walk up the, like, finally this is like, I'm pretty sure this is after like a long enough amount of time. They walk up to Minnie Mouse's house. He was my icon, my leader back then. Guess where they found me? In the fridge of Minnie Mouse's house.
Are we in the fridge?
So it was like a fake fridge, and like you know me, like I was like hello, and I was just chilling. I just took myself
Literally
off,
chilling?
like literally chilling in her house. I was just breaking entry.
I remember the first time I went to Disneyland, we went to Paris,
Oh, yeah.
and I had woke up, as you do, and
Hopefully.
woke
As
up,
opposed to
but,
never really.
but I was under the impression I was going to primary school that day, so I was in primary school, and came down the stairs, was watching SpongeBob or something on the TV, and Dad was like, and I had swimming that day. I specifically remember I had swimming that day in primary school, and it was just, I hated it, and Dad said, "Oh, open the curtains for me, would you?" And I never asked to open the curtains. And I was like, "I'll do it in a minute." He was like, "No, like, you need to open the curtains now." And I was like, "I'll do it in a minute." And he was like, "No, literally open the curtains. Like, you like do it right now." So then when I opened the curtains, there was a big like poster on a big like letter on the door. Oh, sorry. It said, "We're going to Disneyland," right? And I was like, "Oh, that's great."
Class.
And I was like, "When are we going?" He was like, 15 minutes. So like,
Pack your
bags.
bag.
And I
How
was
old
like,
are you?
6.
Oh.
So I was like, whoa, it would be bad if it was like last year. And I was
Yeah.
like, whoa, what's SpongeBob doing? Going to primary school. And like, so yeah, that was my first, like, I think we went to Paris, we've been to Florida 3 times, and we're going this year. We're not going to Disneyland.
I
Yeah,
am
that's-
honestly
No?
trying to put the biggest graft in with my family right now. I'm like, guys, I'm coming 20 this summer. This could be the last family holiday for me. I won't be able to afford it for many, many years. Like, really rubbing it in. I'm like, we need to go to Florida. It's like, I really want to go at Halloween. Like, that's my thing. Or Christmas. I'll settle for Christmas because I know my grand really wants to go then. So Halloween
Settle
or
for
Christmas.
Settle to go to Disneyland Christmas, like, if I
Because
had
you
to.
know why? I can still manage to get my dad to pay for it if we go soon
Yeah.
enough. So I'm like, come on, everyone, let's just go. One big family holiday. My youngest cousin, he hasn't been yet. Come on, like, please. I just want to go.
We were having this discussion because next year's Granny and Granda's 50th wedding anniversary.
Ooh.
So we're like, do you know what? Make an occasion of it. Let's just go to Florida,
Yeah.
and then you can pay for it.
Exactly. I love Florida. Next time I go though, like, I would do like Disney World and Universal.
And we're
Last
just
time we
doing
went, we
Universal.
didn't. We only went to
Universal's
SeaWorld.
class.
Universal
and
was
Busch
great.
Gardens.
We went to SeaWorld. I thought I was going to... Genuinely,
I
There's
didn't
a-
like SeaWorld.
Is that where you swim with the dolphins?
you can, but
Can,
we
but I
personally...
Yeah,
didn't.
we
personally-
did.
I like... There's not many times in my life where I've thought, like, I'm on death's doorstep, but SeaWorld, I went in... It's called Mako, I think. Big, massive purple one. It's the tallest ride in Florida, right? And the... it rained off for inclement weather and all that stuff.
Is it not the fastest? Something like that.
One of them. So,
It's like,
so-
it's
some sort
mad.
of hyperbole surrounding it, and we were the first ones on after the inclement weather, right? And they were just trying to get people on as quick as possible. So I went in. Another way they usually do like a wee check, obviously to make sure you're in. I had pushed mine down, it hadn't clicked, and the ride started.
Oh.
And as the ride went up, or no, it wasn't that I hadn't clicked. I had sat at an awkward angle that, like, usually, like, I would be a lot more into the seat than be here, but it was like here on me instead, like the thing. So I was going, flip, I'm gonna like I could like if I don't hold on to something, I could fly here. Then the ride started and we're going up. Like honestly, my heart has never raced so fast in my life because I'm like, if I don't honestly grip onto the seats here, there's over probably 50% chance I honestly fall off the seat and die. So I honestly got off the ride and was like, Dad, honestly, like you lost something there. Like that's the closest I've ever been to death in my entire life. Because I didn't fasten the seatbelt or didn't.
Did you go on the one in Universal that goes straight up? It's like the rock and roller coaster.
Rip, riding rocket or
So
something?
this was like probably one of the last times we went, and like my mum was like, we were talking about these like the other week. This is why this is all so fresh. The look of my mum's face retelling it, she thought that I was gonna die. I have never felt the woman grip me that hard in my life. She was so why doing that?
It just looked like Kira. I didn't do anything.
Why are you doing that? No,
I didn't
why
do
are you doing
anything.
that?
I didn't do
You're
anything.
just weird.
I didn't do anything. I just glanced at my.
She
co-host.
was so scared. I was like a waif at that age. Like, I mean, I was like basically a stick insect because I was so long. Like the rest of my body just couldn't catch up. So I was literally walking around like a Slender Man. And we got on this ride. I was always like tall, like I was like probably like one of the first times I went to Florida, I was tall enough to go on all the rides because I was abnormally long. Like abnormally long. Like I have been this height for a long time.
Since birth?
Pretty,
You came out the womb
almost.
like that?
Yeah, pretty much. We got on this ride. I was so excited. You know, Black Eyed Peas. You could pick your song, right? Black Eyed Peas are playing, and it was like they're like knew that banger.
I got a feeling.
Yes,
Of course
it was that.
Of course it is.
That in my ear, I was like, "Let's go, ready to go." Sitting there, kicking my feet. I'm like, "Yeah, I love this so much." But it's like the thing that comes over it is like an arm like this, so it goes.
Yeah, it goes across.
So it's weird opposed to like going down, yeah, like a U. So it went like that, but it obviously like you're in, like you're fine. My mum's beside me, we're sitting there like, yeah, let's go. Go up. My mum realizes, like, she go and then it kind of jolts to go up. She's like, oh, she's like, there's quite a lot of space between you and that bar. And she was like, Chloe, hold on. Like, what? We're getting up. As we're getting up, I'm increasingly thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to die. This is it. Because you go up for time. Like, I mean, it's not at an angle. Like that, you're like sitting on, like your whole 90-degree angle, like that. So when you get to the top, it's just, my mom just locks on on the bar. She's got me. I'm holding on for my life. Like I'm gonna die. Couldn't even enjoy the ride. I was screaming my head off. I mean, she couldn't enjoy the ride. She was nearly crying. I was like, yeah, let's go. She was like, oh my god. Trying to keep holding me. Meanwhile, my wee flipping waif legs are coming out. Like I'm nearly standing on the seat because I'm going that fast. So my poor mum, like, yeah, I think she's probably a bit scarred after that, not gonna lie. But it's a great roller coaster, would recommend, would do it again. Have you been to like, are you like roller coaster people?
No.
I love
Barry's
them.
Big Dipper is like, that's it
Big
for
Dipper's
me.
clap. They got rid of it.
I know.
It's a water slide now.
I nearly
water slide,
come off
yeah.
the Big
I'm
Dipper as
fuming.
well.
What? Of course you
Really?
did.
Yeah, the
Of
Big
course you
Dipper.
did.
I don't know. I was like, oh, in a way, you're like in between sizes. That was me from before the Big Dipper and Barry's. I was like, I think it was on with my wee sister or something, and I was going on, and I was like, well, can I not being funny? It was me who was freaking out this time because this was like a couple of years ago, so I was very aware of the situation. And we're about to go around the like lip or whatever it is. What is it like?
Loop to loop.
Mhm.
Yeah. I start absolutely tweaking. I'm screaming my head off. I'm like, oh my god. Morgan's like, that's so funny. She's gonna fly out. I was like, no, it's absolutely not. I was like gripping onto the bottom of the seat and like trying for my life. So I won't go back.
Big Dipper's kind of held together with like zip ties and planks.
Literally.
Like staples.
Yeah.
Like it's
100%.
scary. Like
Cardboard, like it's not like it's.
Mum doesn't really like roller coasters, but I managed to convince her onto the Big Dipper, and she screamed the head off herself because she was at the back. Me and her were at the back, so you know, whenever you go down, it's like the front gains the speed, so at the back you're going
You're
over
really
faster.
going, yeah.
She was squealing her head off the entire time, and then got off and was like, "I'm never doing that again."
That happened to my mum on the Hulk. in Universal.
Oh,
Oh.
I
So
hated
we
it.
went on. So my brother, when we first went, was too young to like get onto it. So she chat with him and like we childcare bit, and then came. What? Go on. What? What's that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
You slipped up when you said sat.
What did I say? Well, she chat with him in the wee childcare bit, and
Did they have nappies on or?
no, it was me in the Hulk. So then that finished, and Dad was like, "Go, you go have a go. Like, I'll sit with them. I'll chat with them." And she was like, "No, it's fine. Like, I won't like it." And he's like, "Just do it." Honestly, she came back like a corpse. Like, honestly, she walked off the ride, and needed to sit down. Like, it was like a vampire been at her and just drained all the blood out of her. Like, literally, she just sat there, like
On
Literally.
death's door.
Literally.
unconscious. I nearly ruined the family holiday to
Again?
Florida when basically it was Harry Potter land we were going to in Universal, and we were going there for a rope drop. So like as soon as the park opens, run to the main Harry Potter ride because obviously it's busy.
Was it the
Yeah.
big, massive?
No, it's the one inside Hogwarts, like a proper
The
like,
VR, like
Oh.
the
Yeah,
screens.
interactive
I
one,
was sort of
remember?
about
Oh.
this as well.
Yeah. So, but we had watched a video, like a ride through, whatever, on
YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's a huge spider in it, right? Huge, like practical, like big Aragog spider from the second one. And I can't do spiders. Like I cannot do spiders. And I said to my family at the time we watched the video, I was like, I won't go on that because if the ride broke down out my eyes and like there's just a huge like thing of my phobia there, we'll need another nappy. So
So they pack one just in case.
yeah, so had a fresh pack of Pampers in the bag. But like, so then we went. They were there for must have been there for 7:30 in the morning, right?
How long ago was this? Sorry.
This would have been 2015, maybe.
So you're like 10 or 11.
Yeah, 10 or 11, and got there. Everybody else walked into Hogwarts. I was like, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not walking in because I'm like, one of my biggest fears is literally in that building. I'm happy to just stay out here by myself. They're like, we're obviously not leaving a 10-year-old outside at 7:30 in the morning in Florida by itself. Not that realistically anything mental probably would have happened, but like you never know. So
You just wouldn't.
could have been in Mickey Mouse's fridge. So Mum was like, "No, like you're coming in. Like it's fine. Like just close your eyes, cover your ears." I sort of developed like a method of like if something's too loud or scary, I put my fingers like this in my ears to cover my ears and sort of put my hands in my eyes like that. So I can't see anything, I can't hear anything, and I can get
A
through it.
sign of sensory issues.
Probably. I probably have a sensory issue. And Mum said, just do that. And I said, no, like, I flat out refused to go on. So Mum then turned from, like, being compassionate into, like, bad cop method, which was, like, guilt trip me then.
You're being
into
so
getting
selfish.
on- She said, you're ruining everybody's holiday.
You're
You're being
classic
so
line.
selfish. She said, you're ruining everybody's holiday. Everybody's waking up at 7 o'clock one morning and you won't even go on the ride and all that stuff. We've paid so much money to be here and all that stuff. I'm crying all this. And then like my like I'm crying. Like 5-year-old brother walks out of the ride. I'm like, that was brilliant. Like that was so good.
So did you not go on it?
No, I didn't go. Put the foot down,
Daniel.
wouldn't do it. No, I
Who had
didn't.
to wait with you?
My mum. That's what she was doing. Give me the whole.
I
foot.
would
I
never
too.
forgive you.
I would never forgive
That's
you.
why.
Did she get on it?
She went on it later, I think.
You're a joke.
She gotta go.
You're a disgrace.
No, thanks guys. Then the next year we went, I did go on. Now, granted, eyes were closed doing that. Probably closer to like 16 at this stage, but like I was still like, I won't do it. I wouldn't do it now, genuinely. No, if we like if 4 of us went, sorry, 5 of us went, and we were on the ride, I'd have my eyes closed. Maybe from the start of it, but then as soon as they start to dip into like the forest, nah, I'm
No.
out.
I
See you
want to
later.
go there so much more now.
See you
Because
later.
since I've watched Harry Potter, I'm like obsessed with Harry Potter at the
Had you
minute.
not seen it when you first went?
I had seen it, but like I didn't really see it. Like it was on the TV before, and I'd come in and kind of watch parts of it. But I wasn't like dedicated to it. I am like a bit of
What a wee
a
wand and
Harry
everything.
Potter
Oh, yeah.
fan
There
now.
was
I
a-
have the one,
Yeah, what ones did you get?
a Hermione one and a Harry Potter one,
I got like
but not
a-
from there.
I got
It's
like
probably
a
from
wee
like
rogue
Alan.
one. I got a wee rogue one, so that like because my brother got Harry Potter,
So you
and
could
I
be
was like, oh,
different.
that's so basic, mate. Like I got like a wee like black like I don't know silver one. But then there was this other thing at Universal called the horror makeup show, right? Pretty much, it's like it's a comedy show, but I didn't know at the time because you walk in, there's all these props from like horror movies and
Like
everything.
Rocky
So,
Horror
like,
Iconic,
Show sort of
yeah.
thing?
yes, so like Chucky the doll, like
Was chilling there.
was chilling there, and like that was enough for me to go, no way. I'm like, cause I'm real fear of that when I was young. Like that would get me more than a serial killer would, like a wee like animated doll.
Doll.
Nah, you're all right, thanks. 100%, no way. Nappy's coming out. So I was like flat out, no, I'm not doing it. This is the same year as the Harry Potter.
Oh, dear.
Dad was like, serious. No, it was only half an hour. It was like a show. Dad was like, honest. They must have saw it 3 times. And by like the 3rd time, they were like, it's no part of this is scary. I promise you. Like, it's a comedy show. Like, it's not scary at all. Wouldn't do it. Put the foot down. Next year we went. I did it. Literally nothing to be afraid of. It was literally like it was
Funny.
the scariest part was like walking in and it was you saw the doll and that was it. There was nothing. To it.
I went to we did like a haunted house horror move, like once you walk free. It's like
Yeah.
things just jump out at you. It's not actually that
Is that
scary.
the one in Mackerfeld?
I don't
Tato
know.
Park? No,
Eh,
same one.
It might have been.
Tato Park. The nappies were most certainly out.
I don't know, but
I was freaking.
I know whatever one we went to, my sister was like very young. Like she was being carried like before like she wasn't yet a toddler, but almost. And like she was just thinking hard as nails. Like she wasn't scared of anything.
Yeah.
Me on the other hand, I literally was doing the Daniel. Like I
The century.
even still, you know the one in Barry's or Curry's,
PC World.
Which one?
whatever it was last open, like last year, whatever year before. I couldn't do it now,
Ghost
and I
Train.
don't know what it
Ghost
is.
Train.
I don't know what. Yeah, I
Yeah.
sat like underneath my younger cousin. Like I don't know what's wrong with me. I cannot do anything that says like horror show or horror train, anything like. Even now, I still wouldn't do it. And if I did, I would generally be sitting like that. Like yeah, like that would be me. I don't know why. Anticipation I think is too much for me. I get like anxiety.
Last time I went to Ghost Train,
Yeah, like I hate it.
I was about
My-
16 before I like
Even
Yeah.
attempted
the
it.
courage
Yeah,
to go
me
on it.
too. But we were like doing this walk through the thing. I'm literally like hooked on it. I'm not looking at anything. I'm walking, the sounds are coming, the air's flying at you. I'm like this, walking through, holding on to my mum. My sister is like hard as nails, not scared of nothing. No word of a lie, we get to the mirror. It's not even a weird mirror. It's just a normal mirror at the end before you walk out. of the
terrified
stage.
you.
She
Saw
looked
your
at her reflection and literally lost it, like scream, cry, like she was she terrified herself. So that's like my like thing out of this day. I'm like, haha.
Do you think?
Me in the
Sorry,
background,
yeah.
like, why does it go?
I didn't know they put makeup on you. Yeah, I did like a horror thing like that. I went with my auntie and my brother and literally just held her hand and she took me through it. I
Yeah.
was like, genuinely, I'm not.
And you knew that Harry Potter when you were talking about
Yeah.
the VR thing.
Yeah.
We went. So this was like, I was a lot older at this age, like 9, 10, something like that. We went. I got sunstroke on holiday because we were playing mermaids in the pool all day. I got mermaid tails.
Of
I
course you
literally
did.
had one of them, and not joking. When I was
Did I
11.
make adult ones then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I'm going to Greece in the summer. I think it'd be quite funny if I was kicking about in a mermaid tail.
Oh no, they're class. They
Yeah.
are so cool.
Yeah.
We didn't have, at this point, we didn't actually have the proper mermaid tails. We just stuck our legs together and were
Right,
like
yeah,
flopping
yeah.
about the water. We were out there all day messing about playing. I got the worst. It was like sunstroke. I literally went to the bathroom, got up. It was like that. Vomited like something out of a horror film all over the bathroom, like everywhere. Was being sick all night. My family had to like go and like order food in. It was from my favorite restaurant as well. It was like Manny's. I was like, oh, I'm so sad because I could smell it.
In Florida?
Manny's is the
In
best.
Florida?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's so good.
Yes. It's like there's like there's like number plates
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's so good. You can like draw on the tablecloths and all.
100%.
We need to go to Florida,
Oh,
guys.
yes.
But
That's your £400, just saying.
Flights are
oh,
£400.
Return.
I literally was so ill. Couldn't pay. But the next day we were going. It was like we didn't have long left of the trip, and it was very much this is the last chance we have to go to. We had the tickets like for Disney World. If we're not going tomorrow, we're not going at all. Like we have other plans for the last couple of days. We can't do it. So I was like really all night like praying. Like I was like, please make me better. Like I don't want to ruin the holiday. Like stressing out. So the next morning they wake me up and they're like, they obviously know what like sunstroke is. They're like, they know that you're probably not gonna be like
Tip top.
tip top in the morning. So they came out, how are you feeling? And I was like, I'm fine. I'm actually really good. I'm looking at Chloe. I was like, no, I'm actually feeling a lot better. And she's like, okay, well, you know, get yourself up and ready and see how you feel. So me and my sister were in this, like, sleeping in the same room. Her single bed was across from mine. They leave the room and I go to get myself out of bed, stand up, literally collapse. She starts laughing and she's like, Chloe, are you gay? And I'm like on the floor. I'm like, no. And I'm like, no. So I like get my mum was like, what was that bag? And I was like, nothing. I just dropped like my iPad or something. I was like getting back up onto the bed like a warrior. Like, I'm not even joking. Get my flipping disgusting outfit on. It's like the black and white
bright pink?
stripy shorts, like a bright pink glittery t-shirt. Don't know like why holiday fits were always so clout when we were younger, but like they just were. And I know, like, if I show you holiday photos to me, it's like my hair back in a bun with the wing backs like this, with the like really skinny glasses on. I'm like in every single photo. Get myself ready and up, but then I'm like, I know I'm not gonna be well, but I'm not gonna be like a wee baby. I'm gonna go in every single roller coaster. We queued.
I'm sorry, but
Aw.
what's this outfit? No harm to Laura and Nigel.
We queued for hours for that Harry Potter one. Couldn't tell you what happened. I think I blacked out because I was so ill. I was sick the whole day. I was literally hanging off my dad. Went in and I literally think I blacked out because I don't remember any of it. I remember there was a screen at the start and then you split off. That's all I remember.
Did you do the Gringotts one, the bank? Maybe that's before your time.
Oh.
Helping each other here.
But there's a Gringotts one, like the bank and everything. It's class. Let's do it. Let's go to Florida.
Can we actually go,
in
like-
third year?
Is it Be Real?
Okay, we have.
I'm sorry, I live off Be Real.
Let's go in third year.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should.
How
Sorry,
does it
guys.
work?
Well,
What, Be Real?
No visas and everything.
we can work it out.
If you go on American holidays, you'll be grand.
Okay. Perfect. Let's do it.
I think we should.
Let's do it.
Imagine.
See,
Yeah.
Imagine.
the scenes.
Oh,
it would be fun. I would love it. Imagine the vlog. Be great.
stop it.
I had a GoPro and all. I was gonna be one of them people who like GoPro, and then I just gave up because I got too into it.
I bought the DVD for the Rip Roaring Rocket when we were there in last summer. Not
Yeah.
there, but summer before that. To put into my Florida vlog, and just
Gave
it
up.
then the quality was like a calculator. It was being recorded on, and
Oh.
they put their own music. It wasn't just a ride; like they put their own music and cut it and everything. It was just
Straying away from holidays, do you have any like family stories from right there
Sorry,
from
it's
home?
right talking.
Anything with your siblings? I feel like siblings is such a good one to go off. Like me.
Oh, sorry. As a child, I was obsessed with toy cars. I literally had a massive
It's
box.
no surprise.
No, literally, not a shock there. I used to sit at the dining room table playing with my cars, like parking them all. And there's a wee village. It was always fine whenever my sister was born. So 3.5 I was when she was born. That was fine. She was crawling about. I was like, she can't get up on the table. This is class.
Yeah.
She starts walking. I'm like, she gets up this chair. I start throwing hands. She, like one of the first days, she managed to clamber up onto the chair. She goes and swiped them all off the table. I went ballistic. I was not. I just remember shouting. I was quite a tout when I was a child. I was like, Mom, Rachel's ruining this. Rachel's ruining this for me. And then I was also quite a selfish child because I was like, Mom, can you come play cars with me? She was allowed to have one car out of about 50. That's your
Yeah.
car. All these ones, mine. All me.
Oh me, I own a dealership. Sorry.
Yeah. They're all company cars.
Me and my sister, to be fair, like we used to be wild when we were younger sometimes. Like my sister, we've talked about this. She tries to say I was horrible to her and that she's so hard done by, but
You
she
probably were.
knows. No, she knows because she's admitted she was like spawn of the devil. That wee girl, she honestly terrified me. She literally, like, my dad, she used to literally beat the lights out of me. And my dad, I had to tell
You
her.
said your dad, and then I
No,
I just
no,
sort of
no.
beats the light
No.
out of me, and I was
My
like,
sister
sorry.
used to like beat the life out of me. Like that was not like all the time. I was constantly telling her I wouldn't hit her back. And my dad had turned around one day and was like, you just have to hit her back. This is
No,
it.
literally.
Because she's been told too many times, you're the older sibling. You need to just hit her back. So then obviously like
Hit her wall.
I did. Like, and she kind of started to learn because there was one day that she literally like bit my face and I literally nearly killed her. I was like, I hate you. Get away from me. But like, it got to the stage. So this is all in context to she's a lovely girl now. I love her to bits. I really do love my sister. But there was times in my life where I thought I could genuinely murder you.
Okay.
And she used to have this thing called like a black book, right? And she would draw like me decapitated and all in it. And me like dead and hanging. And like every time I ignored her, she would like go into this book and start
That's
scribbling.
Really weird. That's really
And
weird.
was like she would send me letters, put them under my door and all, and be like, "This is you," and
Okay.
I don't like you, I hate you, and I'm like, right.
Okay.
So then we got a bit older and we like discovered this really fun
You got your own
game
Blackbird?
where it was like, no, I like started acting possessed. We just think our house was haunted, so I started acting possessed to like freak her out, and it used to be her and then my best friend at the time. Like the two of them used to gang up with me, and then I would just go and start acting possessed. But this was just an excuse to beat the clean poop out of them, pretty much. There was like one day where like my sister, she had like, I was like chasing her around the house, like joking around, but she had grabbed me and like literally thought she was gonna pop my skin. She was like that claws into my skin. On her way up to her bunk bed, scrambling up, I grabbed her foot and just yanked her straight off onto the floor. And she went to tell him, but my excuse was I was possessed, it was my fault. So like I like it really wasn't my fault.
Okay. So on that positive note,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to go to the lecture.
Are you going to the lecture?
We
Yeah.
are.
Oh,
Oh well, oh flip! It starts in 1 minute. Enjoy.
have
me-
so much
guys.
fun.
Me and Chloe will wrap it up.
Yeah, we shall.
Interesting family story.
Yeah,
I
enjoy.
don't know.
No.
Where your strange
Mm.
side comes from.
No, me and my sister love each other too.
Yeah.
So like it's fine.
Your nose is getting longer though.
No, we actually do. She's chill now. She's actually quite nice to me these days. She asked me if I want to go for coffee and all. But like I would
Is that
pay.
because you
But
drive and
yeah.
you pay?
but at least she
She
asked.
just wants out of the house.
I'm like, oh my god. At least she talks to me now. My sister's too cool for me, I think.
No, yeah, do because that's there. We don't need to do that anymore.
Oh, okay.
We'll be wrapping up in a couple minutes anyway. So
Have
See
fun
you
at the
later.
lecture.
have fun.
Lots of fun. Right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Well, lappers. Can't
Cheers,
believe they're
guys.
leaving us.
Appreciate it.
I don't know. We've had like quite a lot. My sister used to, like, when I used to mind us, my sister used to pretend to speak to like imaginary friends and all, and she called them like Bob and Jimmy. But so when she heard my nanny coming up the
Never had a
stairs,
man there.
no, she didn't. But my nanny used to she used to do it to scare my nanny. Because my nanny freaks out about everything. I love my nanny, but she does freak out about everything. And she was like, so when she heard my nanny come up the stairs, she used to start going, oh, is that right, Bob? Oh, well, no, I really like my nanny, Bob. Like, I don't want to do that to her. Come on.
That's
Like,
weird.
so, like, just
That's
to freak
weird.
her out. So my nanny used to phone my mom, like Lindsay Morgan speaking to, like, imaginary people.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't normal.
Yeah.
And it was the same night then. Me and my nanny, like, I used to sleep in with my nanny when we would come around for sleepovers, and my sister came to the door and she was in a bad mood because she wanted to sleep beside my nanny and not have my nanny sleep in the middle, so or something like that. So she went into her room, and I mean, she had like 100 teddy bears on her bed, and she brought them all to pile to the door. Walked and got them all piled to the door, and then one by one started picking them up and launching them at our heads. And me and my nanny were under the quilt, but she doesn't want to encourage bad behaviour. So my nanny was like, I was honestly wet myself, like under the quilt. My nanny said me, she's going, stop laughing, it's not funny, Chloe, stop laughing. Like, she's going, like, you're going to encourage her, stop laughing. My
She,
nanny's laughing as well.
Your sister
And she
sounds
would
like a
just
maniac.
like launching them like missiles at us, and we were like, oh my word, she's actually a psycho.
Sounds like a maniac.
No, but she's calmed down now. She had her phase.
Mm.
Apparently, she was a very good baby.
Maybe that's why.
And
she
then-
moved into, like,
Yeah, she went through like a bit of a
torture.
torture stage where I was the bad, like I was not a great baby, and she was a good
I
child.
was like as a baby. To be
Pa-
fair.
I was apparently really like my mum and I like nearly ruined my mum and dad's wedding in
Oh
Cyprus.
yeah. Heard that.
They were getting married on a lovely cliff view, and the whole morning I just wouldn't get ready. I was trying to trail my dress off me every time it got put on. My hair was like in one of those wee spiky pineapples, and I kept pulling it out. My auntie had to walk with me down the aisle, and she was in these big heels, obviously, and I was swinging laps around her like a monkey. And
What did you?
like 2, not even. And we got to the aisle, like. We got to the end of the aisle, and they were doing their vows, whatever. And then apparently, in the next minute, I just legged it for the edge of the cliff. I just launched. Everybody says they've never seen my Grand Robert run that fast in his life. He legged it after me. Maybe there'd be no What's Happening if it wasn't for him.
Oh no.
So
Yeah.
pretty. We've like had a whole mix. I think Jack and Kara just looked at us like we were mentalists today. Some of the stories we've
Feel my pants and everything in this.
you and your nut face.
Next week's topic down here we have worst first dates.
Oh.
I don't know if all 4 of us have been on.
I haven't really ever been on first.
I haven't.
I don't really know.
I don't have any bad first dates. I have my least favorite one. If that makes sense.
Maybe we'll just
No,
say
that's
worst
that's
dates.
Awful. Not that I had a bad first date. I haven't been on many. First dates. Just the only bad one I can think of is that I just didn't speak to the girl.
Oh.
'Cause we went to the cinema. And I was like,
Oh
"Sorry."
yeah, we've as you said about that
Yeah.
before, I think.
Alright. I was like, it wasn't bad.
Hi,
It was-
bye.
The movie was good. Like,
Good. What do you think?
never saw each other again.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know. I think we should say next week's theme is just worst dates.
worst dates.
Worst dates or like moments in your relationship, maybe. That could be
Maybe we'll get some responses.
for we just had so many this week.
Thriving. We'll go to America in a couple of years. Guys,
exactly.
thanks very much for listening to this week's What's Yappenin, and
Get your responses in.
please
Detail
do
them as much as possible. We
In the-
really appreciate
the
it.
form below.
And we'll try to get it up sooner this
Uh,
week.
Right. See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Yeah.
It's time to yap. Turn it up.
It's Chloe.
Daniel, Jack,
And Kira.
and this is
What's happening?
Live on Queens Radio.
On YouTube and Spotify.